Okay, welcome back to the Chess Channel. I'm joined here today by a good friend and chess expert, Felix. And what are we going to talk about today, Felix?
Well, Mike, we're going to talk about the issue that comes up all the time with my students is when they say, I don't like it when my opponent copies me. And I love it when they copy me because I always tell my students, if they keep copying you, who's going to attack first? You are. Who's going to take first? You are. Who's going to win first? You are.
That's right.
So I love it when they copy. But here's a very famous game. Why don't we start it off?
Okay, sounds good. All right, so e4, e5. All right, pretty basic stuff. Now this is a real opening too, though, right? I think they call it the Philidor.
There's a Petrov.
Oh, Petrov,
defense,
sorry, that's
and,
right.
Fabiano Caruana has been playing this a lot recently, so it's actually very, very popular right now.
Yes, but I think what happens is they don't take back on e4, right? They push the pawn to d6.
Yes, they push the pawn to d6 and kick the knight back before they take the pawn.
Right. Okay. And if they do, right, you're supposed to smile here, right?
Yes, you're very happy when they take back. The question is, what do you do here? A lot of my students like to play bishop c4, or they even like queen to f6 looking for checkmate on f7. Queen to f3 looking for checkmate on f7.
Let me just show that.
Yes.
Let me show that. Okay, so queen f3, you're attacking the knight, and you're also threatening the f7 pawn, right? Whoops, no, we're not moving that pawn, but we're threatening to take that pawn. Actually,
and let's say they play d5 to protect the knight.
Okay.
And now we have checkmate.
There we go.
So this looks great, but it's really probably not the best way to play it.
Right, because I think they can just bring the knight back, save the knight, save the day, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what do you recommend here?
Well, the trap that I learned years ago is to put the queen on e2.
Right, but they say don't bring your queen out early, so what's going on?
Well, we're attacking the knight that's on e4, and the problem here for black is to figure out what's he going to do with the knight, and what do you think we should do with the knight on e4?
I guess we can move it back, right?
You can move it back, yes, but there comes some problems with this. We see the knight and the queen in the same line, on the E line. This looks like a pin, right? I tell my students, this looks like a pin. The difference is what? It's your own piece in the middle.
That's right.
It's your own piece in the middle. And you can move your own piece in the middle.
Yes, you can.
So this is called, what was this called, Mike?
I think this is a great example of a discovery. Right?
A discovered check, right?
Oh, wow.
It's a discovered attack. Now the question is where to put the knight. And I always tell my students, when you have a discovered check, that's a discovered attack against the king. You don't want to waste it.
That's right.
You want to move that knight somewhere where it does the most damage. But here's the beautiful thing about the knight here. The knight can move to almost any square on the board and not be taken. The only place he can't go is somewhere where the king could take him.
That's right.
So let's try move your knight not to there. Let's try moving the knight to g4.
Okay.
Now this is great because the knight, notice the black knight looks like it could take the white knight, but it can't because it's check.
That's right.
So this is a pretty good move, but we can obviously do better than this.
Okay, let me back up here. And again, what if I take the pawn on f7?
This looks like one of the best moves on the board because you are checking the king, you're attacking the queen, you're attacking the rook. It looks like the greatest move on the board, but like I said earlier, you can move this knight almost anywhere except somewhere where the king can take it.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go back here.
So where's the best square here, Mike? And I know you would find this easily. The question is, where would our students go?
Well, I know they would not go to c6, but this is the best move, even though 3 different ways to capture it. But the beauty of it is it's all illegal, right? So this is one of those unusual moves in chess, right, where the knight lands on a square, 3 different pieces could take it, but the king is in check, so they can't take it this way, can't take it this way. They have to get out of check. The king can't move. So is it checkmate?
Almost checkmate. The thing here is that it can be blocked.
So they can block with the bishop, and then we're not going to take that bishop, right?
Yeah, we're not going to take the knight. We're going to take the queen.
But what if they block with the queen? Do we take with our queen?
Well, usually I like to try to take with the smaller piece, right?
That's right. That's right. All right, so that's a nice way to win a queen there.
And now, if this wasn't available, let's go back.
Okay.
I always ask, well, this is the best move on the board and let's go back to knight to f6.
Okay.
When the knight went back to f6. We know knight c6 is the best move. What would be the second best move?
Well, I guess if I can't win the queen, I can win this rook, right?
Yes. And there we go. We have check on the king again, discovered check, and the rook will be taken next move. This is a classic example of why you shouldn't copy your opponent.
Yes.
And if your opponent's copying you, then you'll be very happy.
And I guess just one more thing, right? I mean, they could copy us again.
Yes.
But now we take that knight.
We take the free knight. And if they keep copying,
yes.
We are super happy.
That's right. That's right. And what if they protect that knight by playing d5 here?
Now this is probably the best defense that they have at this point. And the best thing to do here is to attack that knight again. The question is, how do you attack the knight?
So I guess we can just play pawn d3, right?
Right.
To drive
try to attack with the pawn, the smaller guy, instead of attacking with, let's say, your knight to c3.
Okay. And if the knight moves away,
then we have the same situation.
Beautiful.
Yes.
All right. So next time your opponents copy you, you should be very happy, not upset.
Yes. All right. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time
On the Chess Channel. Thanks again.